What's going on, comic fam? It's your boy, the Bearded Comic Bro, and I just got back from C2E2 in Chicago. Had a fantastic time, and I have got a haul video for you. So if you want to see what I got at C2E2, make sure you check out this video. That's right, gang. I just went to C2E2 for the first time. I got to help my buddy Justin Birch table at the con. It was a blast, but you know I had to go scout around and see what I could find. And gang, you know if I go to a con, I'm always looking for comics, but I'm also looking for toys. And I just recently picked up the Buccaneer Batman from Legends of Batman, so I had to get the Pirate Joker to, I mean, come on. They're going to look so good together. It's one of my favorite Elseworld stories. I had to get it. It's so good. But that was the only toy I got at the whole freaking convention, which means I got a lot more comics. So we're going to start off, though, really where I spent the majority of my time at C2E2, and that was in Artist Alley. Like I said, I was helping my buddy Justin table there. And Justin is a letterer and has worked on a lot of awesome comics. But the cool thing about being in Artist Alley was I got to meet a lot of cool artists and creators, and it was just a lot of fun spending my weekend there talking with all these creators. So first, I want to show you, gang, I got this beautiful print from Jenny Frison. Holy cow, this Wonder Woman. We have decorated my girl's bathroom and hallway in Wonder Woman stuff, and so when I saw this, I was like, I got to get that and add that to it. I got more Jenny Frison stuff signed. I'll find it here in a little bit. And I always like to check out Artist Alley to see if I can find some creator-owned books that I've never heard about before, or, you know, kind of check them out, give them a shot, see what they got. And one of the ones I got, this is Northern Blood. This is by J. Michael Ski, and I'm butchering names, and I'm going to butcher all of these names, so I apologize. But this was a really cool concept. I got to, you know, sit down and talk with Jay a lot, and he was boothing at the same time with Chuck Satterley, who had this bad boy of an Omni. Gang, holy buckets, it doesn't even do it justice. Like, this sucker it's got to be like 6 pounds. It is heavy. But Chuck wrote this series of Bitter Souls. This is the entire series. Norm Brayfogle did the art. R.I.P. Norm. If you know Norm a lot on Batman stuff. This is a Tim Seeley cover, and Tim was at the con, got Tim to sign that. Look at that spot gloss right there on that cover. It's a beautiful book. Sat and talked with Chuck a lot, and just about this project. It's so cool to see. If you missed it at C2E2, I highly recommend checking out. I can't wait to dig into this bad boy. Up next, I got Grace. This is a trade. Volume 1 of Grace is done by Ron Miltz, and got to spend some time talking with Ron. Really cool concept of, you know, this girl dies and she has to then kind of almost like a Dexter style go and kill like the horrible scum people if she wants to stay alive. So like basically the Archangel of Death gave her a second chance but like for her to stay alive, she has to go out and kill people who deserve it. But she doesn't have superpowers and stuff, so it's just like a normal person trying to figure this out. Sound like a really cool concept. I'm excited to check out Grace and see, you know, what it's about. Gang, I was so excited when I got to run into Gabby, aka California Blend. She had been on the show many a times with Lamer Frame with me and Rod, and Luminous Sage is her comic. I got issues 1 and 2, and Gabby signed it. It was just a delight to talk to community members. You know, it's those things when you get to talk to community members that you've seen online and, you know, on video chats and stuff, but to meet them in person, really cool. I can't wait to check out her series. Earlier, gang, I said I went and talked to Jenny Frison, and how was I not going to get Wonder Girl signed? That cover is stunning. Jenny just crushed it. And then I also brought over my 8 Billion Genies cover, issue number 1 that Jenny did. I got her to sign it. I got Charles Soule to sign it. I got Ryan Brown to sign it. I love that 8 Billion Genies cover. And so to have all 3 on that book. And of course, I got to get issue number 1, the A cover signed by them, 8 Billion Genies. Is a fantastic series. Can't wait for issue 8. It's coming out real soon. We're going to get the conclusion. See what happens. But man, what a fun series 8 Billion Genies is. Holy buckets. If you watch my Instagram, you know I met Daniel Warren Johnson. I love Daniel Warren Johnson's work. Beta Ray Bill, Wonder Woman Dead Earth, Murder Falcon, Do a power bomb. That's right. I got Daniel to sign my Beta Ray Bill. Got Daniel to sign my Do a Power Bomb. So cool. So many great people in this community. I had books of so many creators I wanted to get signed and meet and talk with, and I didn't have the time. There were so many awesome people there. Artist Alley was huge. And then again in Artist Alley, I met Liana, artist on Know Your Station, True Cult. And then I had to get, I'm a huge White Ash fan, Galarian, and Charlie Stickney's book. And Liana did a variant cover for that I had Liana sign. Look at that. Look at those covers, gang. And I'm getting to the last bit of the creator stuff that I got signed. I had a great conversation with Kyle Starks, Where Monsters Lie. I think the 3rd issue comes out this week, but Assassination Nation, 6 Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton, Mars Attacks, about to work on the new Peacemaker from DC. So much. Kyle Starks is great. He was a blast to talk with. Really fun. And what was really cool is friend of the show, Zach Kaplan, was at the con. I've had Zach on multiple times talking about his books, Join the Future, and Mindset, Mindset's one of my favorite books of 2022. We were tabling right next to Zach Kaplan, so got to talk with Zach and hang out, and had to get some of these books I was already planning to get signed by Zach. Join the Future was one I had to get signed because it was the first kind of exposure I had to Zach that I really fell in love with his work. And then, like I said, Mindset was one of my favorite books of last year, so there was no way I wasn't getting those 2 signed. And last signature I got to show, I got another signature on the Batman book. Bam! We are up to 8 signatures on this Batman issue number 50. We got Greg Capullo, as always, Becky Cloonan, Raphael Albuquerque, Tom King, David Finch, Neil Adams, Mitch Gerard, and then the man himself, Tony Daniels, right there in silver. This is easily my favorite piece that I have in my collection, and I just got to keep adding signatures to this because there's still some great names I want to add to this. And this was a really cool thing at the con. One of my followers, friend that I've gotten to meet through Twitter, was at the con, saw I was there. He's a local to Chicago. Johnny is a artist. This is something that he inked. It's a print, and then he came back the next day and he had it signed to me. Stay awesome, C2E2. So cool when an artist talented like that comes and makes it a point to go out of their way to give me a piece of their art, and sign it. That's a cool thing now to just have in my collection. So, man, Johnny, thank you so much for this. Now, gang, this is probably the smallest stack of comics I've ever come home with, when I went hunting and digging. And I think that's one of the things that was interesting for me at C2E2. I'm really honing in on, the raw books I'm trying to get are Batman still from 200, and I only found a couple that were in the price range that I wanted to pay for it, so I'm getting a little picky on those. But I did end up getting Batman 242. This is the first appearance of Matches Malone. If you know Matches, that is Batman's kind of like Bruce Wayne's secret identity when he's trying to infiltrate the gangs and the mafia. Matches was on Batman the Animated Series, but originally in comic books. So it's a key book for me. It's one of those cool Batman minor keys that not gonna ever blow up, and I don't care, but it's cool to be I got the first Matches Malone. That's so neat. And that was literally the only raw book I bought and digging through the boxes at this con, which meant I had a little bit more room for some slabs, which I don't usually buy at cons. But I got some, so let's see what these bad boys are. Up first, I got the Detective Comics Facsimile edition, issue number 27. This is the first appearance of Batman. It's a 9/8. I'm just going to tape over that, and people are going to just double take, whoa, you got first appearance of Batman. Grading a facsimile, I know people are why would you do that? And I didn't do that. I just bought one that was graded, and it basically was the cost of the grade to get it graded. And it was a 9/8. I was man, I wanted this as a piece in my, just something that catches your eye. As a Batman fan, I think it'll look good on the shelf. And it just is cool to have something. I'm never going to own Detective Comics 27, ever. But to have something, to have it as close as I possibly can to get that, man, that's cool. Up next, we got Batman Beyond. It's got it in an 8.5. This is the special origin issue, first appearance of Terry McGinnis, but this is the free promotional comic. So it's not the newsstand. I believe the newsstand is the first actual appearance. But again, I basically paid for what it would take to grade this book. Like, I couldn't pass that down. Like, it just is a cool piece to have in the collection again. Really neat to have this. You know, I hope they do something with Batman Beyond in the future in a movie or something. But again, just a cool piece to have. It's not the technically original first appearance. It's a reprint. I don't care. I think it looks pretty cool. 2 more slabs left. I got right here, gang, a 9/6. This is Batman Sword of Azrael, issue number 1. This is the first appearance of Azrael, the Jean Paul Valley Jr. It's a wraparound cover. It's just Joe Quesada cover. Like, it's a 9/6. Again, I'm not a 9.8 or break kind of guy. If I can find a good deal, this was one I got on Sunday, late, really as the end of the con. Just did a little bargaining. I got it for a good deal. Again, just a cool book to have in my collection. And last but not least, I've done something I don't typically do. I bought a repeat book, but it's because I got a 9/6 of a Star Slayer issue number 2, the first appearance of the Rocketeer in comics. Gang, holy cow, this is a Mike Grail cover, which you gotta love Mike Grail goodness. But you know I'm a huge Rocketeer fan. I have a couple Raw issues, so to have one in a 9/6 slab of the Rocketeer, again, got it late Sunday, doing some bargaining. He said he's been sitting on this for a while, and so we were able to make some deals, and I got a Rocketeer. So I didn't get a lot of Raw books like I usually do, but this was one of those fun times just trying to switch up, you know, kind of how I was hunting a little bit at this convention, and picked up a lot more slabs than I ever do at a con. I went and started to look at some original art. There was this vendor. He had folders on folders on folders of original art. And he had a folder that said sports. And then on the cover it said NFL Super Pro. Gang, I thought I was about to buy my first ever original art piece. And it was going to be a piece from Super Pro. There was no Super Pro in that. And the guy's like, oh, well, Super Pro doesn't sell. I'm like, well, apparently it does, because you have a folder of Super Pro original art and there's none in it. I don't think he liked my joke, but so now I have a mission. I want my first original art from a comic book that I own in my house to be Super Pro. So gang, help me find it. Let me know what you can do. And I know, gang, I said in my last haul video that what I was hunting for was Deadly Class 9/8 issue number 1 here. And literally, like, the first vendor I went to, I'm digging, I look in the bin, Deadly Class 9/8 issue number 1. I was like, I did it. And I didn't, though, because it was a variant cover. I didn't want another variant cover. I want that A cover. So C2E2, you let me down on that front. I thought I could find it there, but I didn't. So still hunting. So I got more cons I got to go to. Got to find that book. But with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this haul video. Let me know what your favorite thing is that I picked up at C2E2. Favorite creator I met that I talked about. Let me know what cons you guys are going to. And as always, hopefully you can find some time to curl up, grab a book, and nerd out. Peace.